Hey everybody, this is your daily dose of all things royal. I'm not gonna lie, I'm annoyed and I'm embarrassed by what I'm seeing. This is Sunny Houston. She is on a show called The View here in New York City on ABC, which is a liberal progressive supporter of Meghan Markle. Born in New York, she's half Puerto Rican and half African American. And I'll be honest with you, of the times that I've watched her on TV, I thought she was a sensible woman until today. Now, I don't watch this show, The View. It's too woke for me. However, this came across in the New York Post, and I decided to look at the clip, and I'm so embarrassed. I just want to apologize ahead of time. This is not a representation of who New Yorkers are. Unfortunately, the left, as you know, has control of the media, and there's a reason why it has taken so long for the United States to figure out what a fraud Meghan Markle is and the damage that she has caused to the royal family. It's because you have major networks like ABC who support these shows like The View with people who are supportive of this hateful content, as long as it's in line with the social issues of the left progressives. And I apologize to the people of the UK for this New Yorkers' ignorance in speaking about the British monarchy and the family, because what she has done here has insulted not only a woman who has given her life to service, but also the traditions and the culture and the essence of the British people. Take a look.
Yeah, because if you really think about what the monarchy was built on, it was built on the backs of black and brown people. She wore a crown with pillaged stones from India and Africa. And now what you're seeing, at least in the black communities that I'm a part of, they want reparations. You know, Barbados left the sort of...
Yeah, it doesn't look like she really understands how the monarchy is set up.
This monarchy, this colonization. Yeah. Jamaica, I have a lot of Jamaican friends. That's coming soon. And right now, Charles now is in a position, I think has 14 colonies that he is now head of state, including Australia and Canada, I believe, if I'm correct. It's time for him to modernize this monarchy, and it's time for him to provide reparations to all of those colonies. And I also think, you know, a monarchy, it's very easy to uplift one family. The harder thing is to uplift all families.
What I find so off-putting about this is the fact that this TV personality has no business telling Charles what he should be doing now as the new king. What's also quite disgusting is the fact this woman has totally disregarded the last 70 years and the good work and the impact that Queen Elizabeth had done on this planet to better the people of the Commonwealth and the nation. So for her to throw in there about the stupid jewels now shows she has no understanding for what the monarchy today represents, as well as how cherished and loved Queen Elizabeth II was to the people of the UK. This is not the time to throw in this woke nonsense. And I really like that Joy jumped in and corrected her, because she did sound quite ignorant.
And I think that he's in a position to be able to do that.
You do know that Queen Elizabeth fought against apartheid in South Africa.
That was one of the good things she did.
Somehow I feel like Joy called her out here, and like this response was like her tail between her legs.
And she also was very angry with Thatcher, who refused to do sanctions against South Africa. Yeah. So she tried, I think, her best, if she could, every once in a while. She really didn't have that much power. She was a figurehead.
And this is where you see the ignorance of the American people. You don't need to be forceful or loud or in your face all the time. Queen Elizabeth mastered the art of soft power. What Americans are failing to understand is that the monarchy is a symbol of stability and unity.
Look, the United States was built on the backs of black and brown
and
people.
We want our reparations.
So now again, here we are bringing color and race into the conversation. I swear, like, this is getting so boring.
And, you know, the Catholic Church was built on the backs of people who black and brown people who were forced to convert to Catholicism. Yeah. So I think there's
If you go back into history, even biblical times, every race suffered persecution. So I'm not understanding where this conversation is going.
A lot of that we're coming to terms with, and I think one of the things that Charles can do to get some popularity is maybe take some time away from speaking to his plants and speak to this issue.
Yeah.
Recognize this issue.
Or speaking to who with the person?
Speaking to his plants.
I'm sorry, but that comment was not necessary. King Charles has been king for a day. Give him some time. And also, if you'd listened to his speech, he did say that he is not going to be able to be focusing on the things that he used to be focusing on. And whoever this woman is that's speaking, I have no idea who she is. She needs to just worry about herself. Let the British people handle it. We got to focus on the shit that's going on here in this country. Give King Charles some slack. He lost his mother yesterday. This is totally inappropriate.
And maybe bring his family back together after the allegations of racism that have been made by Duchess Meghan Markle and her husband, his son, Prince Harry. Maybe they can address that as well.
See, and this is the problem. We can't blame her for not fully understanding the facts, because when you have propaganda pushed in your face every single day by the major media outlets that Meghan Markle's paying to push out these lies, I don't blame Sunny for thinking this way, because one, I guarantee she does not look into Meghan Markle or is highly interested in her. She only knows what made it all over this world. I'm sure she's aware of that, but I don't think that she is seeing any of the other information that has come out because of the way the media is so controlled here, and that the news of the truth is being suppressed and the news of Meghan's lies are being pushed to the top. I don't doubt that she has in her head that, yes, the royal family was racist to Meghan Markle. She's not looking, or I highly doubt she has all the facts. This is most likely not a topic that she spends time on. But what's unsettling to me was Sunny making up justification for the Carnegie Mellon professor tweeting out that vile and hateful tweet when the Queen passed away.
I think when we asked inflated, and I was a little sad yesterday because I saw some posts and articles written about some things that people were tweeting, and one of them was awful. It was from a professor at Carnegie Mellon who said, "I heard the chief monarch of a thieving, raping, genocidal empire is finally dying. May her pain be excruciating."
Oh, man.
And I thought, how do you answer? I mean, that is literally answering with such a hateful heart. And it wasn't the tweet that, almost more shocking was the tens of thousands of likes on that tweet. And to me, that was a moment where you're answering the very hate you reject with hate.
Well, that's how you separate the Queen
it's important,
with the empire, because
I think
there
people
isn't a
conflate the
lie
two
in the rest of that tweet. What did he say? He said
she said a thieving, raping, genocidal empire is finally dying. May her pain be excruciating.
It was a thieving, raping, genocidal
but I think
there is no excuse for that. I don't care how much you want to try and sugarcoat it and say that it is two separate things. No, that's not what the woman meant. She tied those two together. And the fact that Sunny, this woman here, is defending the professor who put out that tweet, shame on her for doing that. And I think that ABC, the network that broadcasted this, should be fined for promoting this type of hatred.
Carnegie Mellon also, because this is a professor that teaches young people. This is an educator and a leader. And the university said something important. Aside from this doesn't represent the values of the institution, they said, nor the standards of discourse we seek to foster, which is important because this wasn't just a regular average citizen. This was an academic who leads our young people.
And this is what I've been saying on multiple videos in the past, that this ideology and this hatred is deeply rooted within these institutions, not only the school systems, the universities, as well as corporate America. So when you have intelligent people pushing this agenda on the impressionable youth, you're going to see more Meghan Markles come out as products. It's why this ideology is so dangerous. It is causing more divisiveness, more issues with people's mental health, as well as disconnect with morality. It's the exact opposite of what the Queen represented. She represented unity, family, and being selfless, not selfish.
Grace there too. I think there's got to be some grace. Like she doesn't deserve pain and suffering. Like maybe she should, I think there's a lot of ways that she could lean forward, where I should say her predecessor lean forward and try to modernize. I mean, there's so much that's outdated about the monarchy. Like, blatantly having affairs, and we just kind of pretend it's not a thing, and it may hurt the women who are cheated on. Or there's a lot. They've got to come into the 21st century, obviously reckoning with the race issue. I mean, Meghan Markle's been so mistreated by the royal family. That's where I would start personally if I were King Charles. But
yes, I agree. Remove them from the line of succession. Disinherit both of them from the family and be done with it. Obviously, here's another one who has no understanding of what the monarchy is and what they have done to even have an opinion about it. In the event my little voice gets heard somewhere, I think it's important that I speak up and defend this, because Queen Elizabeth was just awesome. And one of the things that we're not talking about that we should be talking about is Queen Elizabeth's tireless charity work over 70 years. She had supported nearly 3,000 charities around the world. And, she has been responsible for at least raising 1.4 billion pounds, close to $2 billion. That's a lot of money. So you can't say that she did not, make her contribution to society. She worked tirelessly for the people. So to talk about her in this light and to talk about the family in this light, we really need to put this aside for the next 10 days and celebrate the amazing things that this woman achieved.
That the Queen did, and that I think she should get credit for. And she helped pass a change to the Succession Act. Before, if you were the firstborn was a woman, she couldn't be the queen. She made it so that women were on the same footing as men if they were the firstborn.
And I'm glad that she brought this up, because Queen Elizabeth is the epitome of what a feminist is. Let's not forget that at age 18, she wanted to do her part and enroll and enlist in the military effort in World War II. So at 18, she was given permission to go into the Women's Auxiliary Territory Service, or the ATS, and train for 6 weeks as an auto mechanic. I think that's pretty badass, in my opinion. And I'm glad the woman in the middle starts talking about it. However, you see that woman, Sunny, was not having it, and she proceeds to continue to trash the family.
You have a much duller knife than I generally swing. She made Camilla the queen consort. I'm sorry. I think that women that are having affairs with married men around the world are saying, I can sleep with a married man and get the crown. I just think she should have been the Duchess of Wales.
But that is the history of the monarchy.
And that remark was totally uncalled for, inappropriate, and it just makes me feel embarrassed. And I wanted to speak out on it because I am from New York City, and this is not the way that I was raised. And I certainly don't think like this and have too much respect for the people of the UK as well as the monarchy and the family. Personally, I think they need to apologize. Something tells me that I'm not the only one that this struck a nerve with. I'll be interested to see the fallout tomorrow. But if you have Twitter and you found that this clip with The View was distasteful, please let The View know that this was not okay. Let me know your thoughts below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell button, because I will be back soon. Bye.
I was such a fraud.